All right, what's up, my brothers? In this video, I want to address a very important topic that occurs often in a divorce. Most guys don't contemplate it. Almost nobody knows about it before they get married. And this is one of the many reasons why you should pay very close attention to the marriage and divorce machine that exists in the West. A lot of the traditional conservatives are still encouraging men, march into the slaughterhouse. It can't be that bad. I did it. You'll figure it out. Let me explain why. So I'll just read this here. It's from a police officer in Norway. And he's emailed me this a few days ago. He says, during the 20 years as a police officer in Norway, there was a pattern that I had gotten more and more familiar with over the last few years. We called it the three-step rocket. This phenomenon is not described in any book in the police academy, of course. The pattern reveals when the woman has decided to leave her husband and to make sure she gets sole custody when she takes the children away from the father, which also enriches her with child support. When a woman has custody, she gets more money out of the dad. So step one, she goes to the police station to report domestic violence. At this stage, she only reports violence against herself from the man. The police have a duty to initiate investigation, as domestic violence is a priority area for us. When she sees all the sympathy and attention she gets from step one, she goes immediately to step two. The next one is she reports child abuse, violence against the children. At this stage, she only reports physical and psychological violence against the children from their father. At this stage, there is a high probability that the man will be taken into custody, put in jail for several weeks, or until the case is fully investigated. Now she sees the man is out of the way, and she wants to make sure he's gone forever. This is when she goes to step three of the three-step rocket. Step three is she reports sexual abuse, sexual crimes against the children. Again, this is all false, okay? These are all considered false DV charges. At this stage, it has been a long time since the man lost the battle. In fact, he already lost at stage one. So at this stage is just the final nail in the coffin. Of course, her girlfriends support her because of the police interviews. This is something often planned in advance when a woman is getting ready to untie the knot. There's many advantages to initiating a false domestic violence charge. This falls well in line with the hashtag #MeToo era that we've seen thrown at guys like Russell Brand, Andrew Tate. You know, you can go right down the list. It's a trump card that's used. It's very, very effective. Some version of it anyway. But this three-step rocket, as he calls this police officer, is, I guess, the internal name that they gave it because it started to become so familiar. He says, I'm fighting these lies on a daily basis, but I am only one man against a system full of lies, and there's only so much I can do. I have to follow the rule of law. Okay, so then the rest of this is just thank you for your work and all that good stuff. So look, this three-step rocket or racket or whatever it is, you know, it happens to be called by these, police officers, these internal jobs. It's very interesting because when I talk about marriage and divorce and the risks involved, I often say things